All right. Okay, so welcome. I started the music so that it was kind of getting you engaged and getting you pumped up. So let's hope that worked. A little bit about me, and I do apologise about the voice. I've been crook for a few days, so just bear with me. Obviously, I'm a lover of all things social media, so it means that you're in the right space to hear about social media. I love the Swans, not so much this year, but I still love them. Crazy tea drinker. I have a cat called Chanel. I love R&B music and I love Hamilton Island. Now, whilst you're probably wondering why I'm telling you that, it's because a whole key component of social media is being authentic and telling people things that you may think they don't want to know, but to build that know, like and trust factor, you need to tell them these type of things. So here are some quotes that I just love. I'm a quote person and I love stats. And I specifically love the first one. Social media is about the people, okay? It's not about your business. And provide for the people and the people will provide for you. And I really think that that's very much the case. I've got a lot of my leads off social media. I have a website, you know, I do a lot of talking at colleges and training. I get so much of my leads off social media because I'm engaging. All right, I'm talking to people. I'm not just putting a post up and walking away and just seeing the likes go up. I'm actually having a conversation. And I made sure that if you went and checked my profile, that at least the last 12 months I've responded back to people. So I can't get caught out there. But all of these quotes are just things that I think that you should, live by. Engage, enlighten, encourage, and especially just be yourself. Okay, I know that people kind of come into social media and have that like, oh, I don't want to see a picture of someone eating a pizza. Like, I get it. Or their lovely bikini body in Tahiti when we're kind of sitting at a desk, like, pushing out emails. That's kind of how people use social media personally. I think you really need to shift your mindset for business because it is a really effective tool. So this is my feelings when I talk about social media engagement. Okay, I get really excited. I get very excited. So some of you might think that I'm on something, but I promise you I'm not. This is how other people feel when it comes to social media engagement. They kind of just go, what? And when I teach my courses at college and I'm talking about social media engagement, they're just like, what? Isn't there somebody or something that can do that for me? And I'm like, no, you've got to do it yourself, okay? You have to engage. So I'm going to try and turn, well, no one can turn that around, but I'm going to try and turn this around to me, okay? So what is engagement on social media? All right. Now, you wouldn't marry someone on the first date, and I'm sorry if anybody has done that. Good for you. Well done. I hope you're still together. But I personally wouldn't. It took my husband 4 years, so obviously we didn't engage enough. But what's really important is that you actually get to know somebody. Okay, you wouldn't just go and get married on the first date. So you need to actually kind of like talk to them, find out a little bit about them, You can't just go to somebody and go, hey, I have a business called Pink Cow Social and I want to sell you this. I can change your life. I can give you time back in your day. That's not how it works. Okay, it's more like, hey, I was talking to somebody on social media about their favourite show the other day. I put a question out there going, hey, what's your favourite show? I'm watching The Office. How are you going? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, it's great for nighttime TV. And the conversation just started. That didn't get me any business at all. But I don't want that business now. I want to build that relationship with that person to the point that when they see something on my feed, they go, that's the person I was talking to about my favourite TV show. Okay, so it's about the actual interactions that you have with people. And that's what you've got to remember. And a lot of businesses these days don't actually actively engage on social media. And customers are expecting us to actually be commenting. So actually being active on social media and having that customer service is 6 times cheaper than a call centre. So eventually you will find, and Brooke was talking about it before, that people are active on social media, whether it's tweeting or LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever. They're going to start to put their complaints out there, and you need to be active and be responding, especially because it is such a cost-effective tool for businesses. And obviously it's not just about automatically posting. I look at the people when I teach them at college and their eyes are like, what? I can't just post, or I can't just schedule something, or I can't just auto-post something. Okay, you have to post and then you have to remain active on that platform. It's not going to be effective if you don't. Now I'm hoping that this is going to work for me because obviously we all love a little bit of Julia Roberts, and no. Great, perfect. So I'm social media, not technology. But it worked when I played it, so I'll just quickly walk you through it. Hands up if you've seen the movie Pretty Woman. Good taste, people. So what this scene was about is obviously when she was kind of dressed not so fantastically, and she walks into this store and she's asking about, how she needs an outfit, and they pay zero attention to her. They don't want to talk to her because they've judged her straight away based on how she looks. And they were like, oh, how much is it? She was like, how much is this? How much is this? And their comment was, oh, you won't be able to afford that. They don't know her budget. She could be loaded. Nobody knew that. So she then, got really put off, fair enough, walked out. Next day, when she's looking at $1 million and Richard Gere's given her a bit of money and she's out walking in this beautiful suit, she walks back into that shop and goes, do you remember me? And they go, no, sorry, I don't. She goes, you work off commission, right? And they're going, yeah. She holds up all of these bags that she had just spent money somewhere else and she goes, big mistake. And she walks away. And that's exactly the same thing with engagement, all right? You have the ability to actually start conversations which can generate into leads. If you don't engage and build that relationship, you have no chance of getting that business. I want somebody to know me before they invest in me. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good fit. So obviously, if you don't engage, you miss the opportunity to build new relationships. And I promise you, so many of your competitors are already active on social media. So if you're not active, okay, you're kind of missing that opportunity for brand awareness as well. So it's a really key thing to be involved in. Okay, what happens when you do engage? Well, I'd like to think that Ryan Gosling popped up, but he doesn't. But what happens is you build a community of people who are your biggest advocates. I'd put obviously up on Instagram that I was talking at WordCamp and I was, excited. I was like, voice probably isn't going to hold up, but I was really keen to be here and I was super excited to share my passion. And the number of people that sent me a direct message was just overwhelming. It was really beautiful. I've not even met half of these people. Okay, they know I have a cat called Chanel and that I'm, a crazy social media person and that I love my tea and don't talk to me before 9 a.m. when I haven't had my tea. But they know me just from what I've shared with them on social media. And they were reaching out to me saying, hey, you'll kill it, good luck. And I'm like, I hope these people think this when I finish talking with them. But you just really got to be authentic with people. And you will just be surprised how much your product will be recommended or your service when you're engaging with people. And a really interesting thing that down the bottom is that 92% of people trust what they hear from a family member or friend. 75% trust what they hear from a stranger, while fewer than 20% trust what they hear from a company. Okay, so be you, have people actually know, like and trust in you, build a community of advocates for your business because they're going to be the people that sell your business for you. Why should you care? Just really quickly, obviously, it's about nurturing relationships with people. Brand awareness, that's super important as well. And 63% of respondents cited a good digital experience is really important to their brand loyalty. As you know, there are so many people on social media. Okay, if you're not active on there and you leave messages or DMs unanswered, it's not going to be effective for you. So before I started at WordCamp, I made sure that I reached out on a variety of platforms. So it could have been email, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, to speakers to say, hey, good luck, I look forward to catching up with you, all that type of thing. And that's how I engage with people. All right, and I was expecting responses because that's obviously the age of digital marketing. I did get some from some and I didn't from others, and that's fine. But for me and my business, actually reaching out to people and communicating, touching base and introducing through social media is a real key part of what you do. So just really quickly, I suppose, I don't know how many people know that generally speaking, they say that a person needs to see or hear or whatever with your brand 7 times before they actually make a purchase. Now, in the social media world, they say that that can be a little bit greater. And sometimes 7, things happen before 7. I'm sure I've bought products just going, oh, that's nice. But generally speaking, there's this whole cycle that you kind of need to nurture that customer. Okay, so start a conversation with them. Okay, that's the first time they see your brand or your product or something like that. All right, get your conversations happening. Go, hey, I saw you liked that post, or I saw you commented on that. Do you like that? We've got so many of these, or are you looking for a Christmas present, or just talk to them. How long have you loved cats for, or how long have you loved, whatever for? Just start that conversation. Don't go in with that hard sell because I promise you, it will put you off. I've had calls from quite a lot of CRM companies, and I was away when I first got the first call, so I said, look, I'm away, please, just let me have a little break. I told her stupidly the true date that I was getting back. On that day, I got a call, and I was like, should have told her I was back in 2020, but I got so many calls from this lady, and I just said to her, look, I'm really sorry, just a little bit of overkill because it was in such a short period of time. So remember that there is like a journey and like a cycle that the consumer needs to go through. So just make sure that you nurture them throughout that process. You guys are all pretty switched on, so I'm just going to let you have a bit of a read of that. Obviously, it's just talking about the effectiveness of the platforms being Facebook, and obviously just how active people are on there. Okay, it's a platform that is just growing so much, and obviously video is a huge part of that, and Facebook is really prioritising that at the moment, a lot of video. So I'll have these available as well, so you can have a bit of a look through that. Instagram as well. 90% of Instagram users are younger than 35. Yes, that's true. I think that it's certainly shifting. In the courses that I teach, I'm seeing a lot of older people come to Instagram. A lot of them do say it's to stalk their kids, but I think that they will find that will be a business thing as well. But engagement, obviously, with brands on Instagram is 10 times higher than Facebook. So that's a really successful tool for businesses as well. And just really quickly, LinkedIn as well. A lot of people think LinkedIn is just if you're looking for a job. Sorry, you do not need my face in that photo. LinkedIn is a fantastic tool. There is a lot of upper management, middle management and key decision makers on LinkedIn. I've really just started getting more active on there because I teach LinkedIn, and I thought if I go there and they say nothing since 2017, they're going to be like, what's going on? But it is just growing phenomenally. So if you're not on there, get on there, because I promise you, people look on that platform actively. Just a really quick, visual for you. Customers expect to have their kind of comment, questions or whatever it might be, answered within 0 to 4 hours on social media. What generally happens is it becomes closer to 10. So I don't think that you need to be Einstein to understand that their expectations are, I would probably want my, question answered within 0 to 4 hours, but it's about reality and expectations. So just make that really clear as well to your clients. So you've heard me just jabber on, which I tend to do, sorry. How do you engage? All right, well, let's kick it off. What is really important to know is the right time, right place, right platform, right audience. Okay, look at your insights. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn has a little bit to go with insights, but they are all there to tell you, all right, what my demographics are, what my reach is. Like, I was pretty happy with the impressions for this client here. What day are they on social media? There's no point me posting on a Saturday at 3 a.m, because I'm obviously up working, obviously. There's no point me doing that if they're not online till 11 o'clock a.m. There's just no point. So know your audience, know what platform they're on, and know what time they're on. The first thing, and obviously Kate Toon had a really great chat about this yesterday, write compelling copy. So, one day I was sitting here and okay, no. Start with a bang, tell a story, ask a question, give them a call to action. Okay, consumers need to be told what you want them to do. So I'm going to test that out now. I have a box here of really cool stress balls that I custom made for this event. So I'm telling you, come and grab one, because social media can be stressful. Okay, my muscles have kind of built up since I've been using this. They're very, very tight. But give it a go, okay? Just come and grab it, because I want to be on the journey with you with social media. I want you to post something and put some of this into play and go, you know what? The woman with the cold that sounded really weird, she actually knew what she was talking about. Okay, I put a post up, I asked a question, and I had great comments. Okay, so come and grab one of these before you go, put it on your desk, peg it at your brother or your partner or whatever, and yeah, just use it. A really good thing as well is give value. Okay, give stats, give tips, give tricks. On my Instagram, you'll see I do a lot of that. I'll give a stat, I'll give a tip, like how can you do this better? And that's really useful. And I do love this web link days of the year. You'll see that when you go on there, there's like something for every day. Like, so November, just so you know, is Peanut Butter Lovers Month. So, jump on that board, jump on the bandwagon if you're a peanut butter lover, because every one of these events has a hashtag, okay? And you'll find that hashtags are very important. Use emojis. Now, I don't want to embarrass him, but my father is in the audience and I've just kind of taught him how to use emojis. And I got one this morning, which was a unicorn blowing a kiss, and I was like, yeah, he's got it. So I think that if my father can use emojis, you can all use emojis. All right? I used to get just like the letter K back when I was talking. I'm like, how's your day going, Dad? K. And I'm like, no, give me something else. So now he's giving me emojis, so we're back to being tight again. Now, emojis are so important. Okay, they show your personality, they show your brand. When people just read copy, if it's boring, adding a little emoji can just make such a difference to how people perceive your copy. Okay, we process things 90% visually, so this is a great way to start. So obviously emojis in Facebook, lead to 57% more likes, 33% more comments, and 33% more shares. So jump on the emoji bandwagon. Personalisation. I love this quote. I really love this quote. If you go into a store, just like Julia Roberts, she didn't want to be ignored and she shouldn't have been ignored. So why should you ignore people on social media? It's still your business. It's still a shop front. Don't ignore people. Comment back. Yes, you might take a little while. Take between the 4 and 10 hours. Don't take 10 hours, okay? But it's really important, you know. My theory is that if people take the time to comment to me, I'm going to comment back. That's just courtesy. If I'm having a chat to somebody in the audience and they don't talk back to me, I'll be like, okay, that's a little bit, So I would want somebody to engage if I've asked them a question or if I've commented. So 30% of people will go to a competitor if a brand doesn't respond. Can you afford that with your business? Can you afford to not respond and potentially have someone go to your competitor? Because I know for a small business where it's just me, I don't want that. As Brooke was speaking earlier today, you know, reputation's important. And this stat just killed me that 89% of social messages go ignored. That's too high a number. In a world where it's about customer service and we have access to our devices, 89% is just too big. Again, just another quick visual to show how important, you know, responding is. You know, the cost of being shunned on social media. More likely to go to a competitor, less likely to use the product, you know, most likely to post negative feedback. Like, you just don't want that. There's so many competitors generally out there. You just don't want people leaving you because you didn't respond to a message on social media. I recently went to a digital marketing conference and I reached out, and you'll see there, to Kate Toon and another one of the amazing speakers. And again, just like what I did for this conference, I just was like, hey, I'm Bri, you know, I'm coming to WordCamp or whatever. Look forward to talking to you. Great talk, you know. Every time someone follows me, feel free to test it out. See what I did there? Every time someone follows me, I will write back, hey, thanks for the follow. How's your day going? You know, have a chat so that they feel acknowledged. They feel like I have gone, oh, wow, I really value this. And as a small business, there's no reason why you can't do that. Pick a time every morning or pick a time every night, whatever it might be. It's generally when I'm watching Home and Away, don't judge me, but I do sometimes sit there and just watch and just comment. And, you know, it's just a really fun thing to do of night, because I just sit, oh, wow, I got this many followers today and how fantastic they're wanting to invest in what I've got to give. And as I said, if you met at an event, send them a message. Send them an audio message. It doesn't have to be written. You know, if you've got fake nails and you can't type properly, send them an audio message. All right? Sometimes that happens to me and it's weird. Again, GIF, for those Seinfeld lovers. Elaine walks in and she's really excited. All right? GIFs show your personality. They show your sense of humour. They show that you're not just a robot that is just, you know, batching their content and going from blog to this, to this, to this, to this. All right? You are actually actively embracing and communicating with people. Again, GIFs are just something that's so easy. I think the website's Giphy, I think it is, so Giphy. Jump on there, download a GIF, put it in your stories, put it on your feed. Okay, show people that you're more than just words. Oh, she works! Maybe I needed to do that with the other one. Be active on groups. So I think, as I mentioned in the panel yesterday, I'm not really active from a Facebook perspective personally, because I really just don't want to hear about people whinging that they waited 25 minutes for coffee. That's your problem that you drink coffee, right? So I think that's what's really important, is being active on groups. There are so many groups out there on Facebook and LinkedIn that I'm active on. I hear so many of my customers and other people's customers telling me what they want. I'm too time poor, I'm this, I'm that. Use that as your marketing. Okay, I've heard so many people say, hashtags just stress me out. So what did I do? I went and created a hashtag template, because I'm listening to the pain points of people in the industry that are going, we can't do this. Be active on groups, get your name out there. Show people that you care. You don't always have to charge, you know, for something like that. If you're in a group and they're like, oh, hey, does anyone know of a good website for this? Just put it in there, because that's how you develop credibility. And I just think that's really key, you know, and it builds relationships. And I've actually had people comment and send me a DM through a group and being active on a group. And it does work. Engagement blocks. So something I also like to do is, once I've posted something on my page or a client's page, I actually do engagement blocks. So, oh, she's getting ready to tell me the time. Oh no. Yeah, let's go. So I get onto the hashtags and I will actively be kind of talking and liking and commenting using the hashtags that I've used for that post, so that once I've posted something, I go in and I'm actually actively on those hashtags, which shows that I haven't just posted and walked away. I've posted and I'm active. I'm talking, I'm kind of commenting, and it's fresh. Oh, I'll kill it, that's fine, 10 minutes. So it's kind of just getting you to go, all right, I've posted something. These are the hashtags that I've just posted on. I'm going to go check out what's in social marketing. And then I'm going to go and comment and engage with these people. Okay, that's really key. That's what you call engagement blocks. Set some time each day. So sometimes I'll do it 15 minutes, before I have a tea, or actually no, I do it after my tea. Who am I kidding? 15 minutes after my tea, 15 minutes during the day at lunch, then 15 minutes before I go to bed. That way then I'm following up with people, it's relevant, and that's generally when I post. So being really active once you post is also key. Be authentic. So I put this up here, not because I know you're like, oh, she's cool, but because I had just had a massage. I looked like nothing that I would normally want to look like and put on there, but I want to show you the importance of being authentic. Okay, I would generally never post that, especially when I took this photo, because I was like, oh, I don't have mascara on, I've got a cold sore, it's just, hair's all greasy and dirty. But you know what? This was one of the photos that actually got the most likes and comments because I was talking about an experience that I had had. So I was letting people in on my story. I was going, hey, I'm being authentic. I'm telling you guys, I'm opening my heart up and I'm telling you a little bit about me. People really value that. They value you breaking down those barriers. So I've obviously told people, and I'll show you the post. Not that one, but another one. This one here talks about, I was in Melbourne and I was kind of going for a bit of a walk and it was freezing, and I was just kind of saying, okay guys, I'm going to share something with you. I'd seen a bit of an increase in my followers, and I thought, well, there's probably a lot of people that don't know anything about me. So that's fine. Pour them, right? So I thought I'd just tell them information. I've never watched a Star Wars episode. I've never seen the Titanic. I hate licorice. Love watching The Real Housewives, and I drink 4 cups of tea a day. I know, that's irrelevant. You don't care. I get it. I probably didn't think anybody else would care, but I was being open and authentic. I got so many comments about how disappointed they were that I'd not watched Star Wars. And I was just like, out of everything, you take that? But what did it do? Started a conversation. Why don't you like the Titanic? I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, it's simple. And you know what? Some of these also then transpired into messages in direct message as well. So we took it off here, because I was like, I don't really want people knowing I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. So we took it off into direct message and we were having a conversation. Okay, so I promise you, opening up does certainly work for you. Videos, we know that the videos are really a happening thing. If you haven't, there's some great profiles and platforms out there. Have a look at Content Samurai. That's fantastic. And Wave Video as well. I haven't used them, but I've heard a lot about Wave Video. But I know there's some video people here, so make sure that you hunt them down and find them. But a Facebook executive predicted that their platform will be all video by 2021. So again, people want to see video. They want to see that movement and they want to see something cool happening. So as I said, these slides will be up there for you.
What's the first one you mentioned?
Content Samurai.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And this probably won't work either, will it? Oh, it will. So just watch this. Okay, so what that video was exactly that text. Now, which one are you more likely to remember? The video. Yeah, because you want to catch up on sleep like that lady, I get it. But this, okay, that's fine. Of course people are going to post copy. But I'm just showing you that video has such a powerful impact. You are more likely to remember video than what you are text. Stories, jump on board the Instagram stories train. Okay, especially the last one I put up, I have doggy ears, so it's really cool. These are just a fantastic way to engage. With all the story options, you can add your music, you can mention people, you can do a poll, you can, ask questions. It's just fantastic, and it's a fantastic way to start a conversation with your audience. I know I did one of these when I was, watching The Bachelor, and I put it up there, and again, the number of people that were commenting, oh, I hope such and such doesn't win. Again, you're sitting there going, an irrelevant question, it's obviously a generational thing, like I get it, but again, the number of comments and the relationships that I have built from asking one question on my Instagram story has been very valuable to my business. I'm nurturing them through that social journey. Okay, they're now kind of commenting more and being more active, and they're checking out my website and they're commenting to my newsletters, all from a question about The Bachelor. Live video, this is my cat Chanel. She wants to kill me during the night. 80% of people would rather watch live video. 80%. So 80% of people would rather watch live video from a brand than read a blog. And 82% of people love watching videos as opposed to reading social posts. So have a really good combination of video and content, like, sharing of words and stuff like that. There's still a place for it, absolutely, but just be mindful of that. Hashtags. They help you get discovered, okay? Really simply. You can go on now and, well, not now, because that'd be rude, but anyway, you can go on later and have a look at WC Sid, WordCamp Sid, and you will see people's posts that have used that hashtag WC Sid. Okay, it's a great way to get your brand discovered. You can use up to 30, use up to 30. Okay, gets your brand out there. And use hashtags in stories as well, so you can use up to 10 in stories. There's a trick to that though, so. Companies that do engagement really well, just really quickly, someone's luggage, worst baggage service ever. Been at Logan for over 90 minutes. JetBlue responded, again, they're showing that they're active on social media and that they have good customer service. We're sorry for the inconvenience, Robert. Delayed luggage is definitely frustrating. We'll do all we can to get it back. Maybelline, really clever. All I want for Christmas is you, just kidding, get me more makeup. They're tapping into Mariah Carey's famous song. I won't play that, don't worry. But her song goes crazy at Christmas. Okay, they're using that and they're engaging with people. Again, Airbnb did a question. They asked a question so that then they could comment 617 votes on a question about what people are doing on their long weekend. Who cares? But they are asking a question, people are responding because they're going, Airbnb actually care what I'm doing on the weekend. Well, they don't, but they're pretending that they care. Okay, showing that they actually want people to engage with them. And you don't know that they couldn't have, gone and contacted the people that voted, or you don't know what their process is. And I love this one from Samsung. You guys can have a bit of a read of it, but they've gone really personal and they've put the customer's name and then they've signed it off with the person that is actually responding. So, if you're a company and you have 4 or 5 people that are actually answering your social media, be active and actually tell somebody who it is so that they can say, oh, hi, I spoke to Des on Twitter, or I spoke to, David on Instagram or something like that. Show that you're not hiding and show transparency. Now, just quickly to help you, some tools that will help you with your social media comments. I currently use a company called Agora Pulse. I've just switched over to Agora Pulse. Quite expensive, but actually really useful. They have an inbox where you can manage all your comments so that you're, again, really active. Check that a few times a day and just respond there. It's super easy. You don't even have to go inside the platform. You don't have to go to Instagram. Sometimes that's the worst thing, right? Going between each platform. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of that. So Agora Pulse are fantastic for that. And again, look at your insights as well in terms of when to post, because that's going to be really useful for you as well. But if you have any questions surrounding other tools, just let me know. And some key takeaways, because I think I've probably got 30 seconds. Engagement takes time. Okay, please don't think that it's going to happen overnight. I would love to say that you can go and put a picture up, everyone will comment, your Instagram will go like this, and you'll just be like on the David Letterman show. It's not going to happen. All right, you need to understand that taking the time to form connections is really, really important. Okay? Know when your audience is online, what platform and what content they like. Content takes time. Hands up if you think content takes time. Creating content. Oh, that's good. All those people that don't have their hands up, I will speak to you and find out your secret. But it takes time. And so instead of just putting something up there and just going, what happened? Why didn't I get any comments or likes? Really important that you just kind of go, yep, I put that out there because they're online at this time. And as I said, nurture them. Take them through that customer journey. Okay, expose them to your brand 7 times. Show them that investing in your product or your service is beneficial to them because they know you. They know that you like cats. They know that you hate licorice and that you've never watched a Star Wars episode. Okay, get them to know you because then they will back you and they will invest in you. And I think that's it from me. Thank you guys for listening.
Thanks, Bree. And just a note before we jump into questions, there's a box full of pink hearts down here. I'm going to pop it right by the door so you can grab one as you go out. Now, does anyone have any questions? Would you like to go, Nadia? I'll just, no,
Thank you, Briana. That was very interesting.
No worries.
I'm showing my age here, but social media to me is a bunch of rude people who just have no, what is the proper word for it? There's just no filter.
Yeah, totally.
How do you cope with that?
And look, I'm not going to tell you that that doesn't happen for companies, because it does, but I am going to tell you that I do believe 100% that if you are following businesses, they are not using it the same way that the personal people are. So as I said to you, I'm not active as much on my personal accounts anymore, because I did get over people going, hey, I'm here. But I really do think, touch wood, there's only probably been maybe like 5 businesses that I've unfollowed, and it's not because of the fact that they have no filter, it's because they're just bombarding people too many times with how they post. So the best thing is, obviously, about social media, you can unfollow and like and follow anybody that you like. So if you're following somebody and you're not liking the comments or whatever that they're putting out there, just unfollow them. You don't have time in your day to listen to crap and see things that people are posting that you don't like.
Can we reverse that?
Yeah.
If I have it on my business, how do you unfollow those, or how do you get rid of those comments that people put on?
Is this on your post?
Yes.
So you can just easily, if people are commenting on your page, you can just delete those comments.
Okay.
How I would deal with it though, just so that it doesn't look, instead of just deleting, I'd personally, and again up to you, when I delete a comment though, instead of just deleting it and then giving somebody else, that same person, the chance to come up and be like, you deleted my comment, I would then delete that comment and then take it off to a DM or something like that and just say, hey, I deleted your comment because I felt this. Because I just think that there's some people out there that just find that it's catty and they can just, you delete it and then they just get back on. People have too much time. So I personally would delete the comment and then take them off and talk to them in a DM, direct message.
Okay. Is there any way of hiding comments?
Yeah, 100%. You can put like profanity filters and stuff like that in Facebook. I don't believe that you can in as much detail with Instagram, but I'm more than happy to have a chat to you after this and we can look through some stuff. Yep.
With certain comments, sometimes you can get a post, you might get like so many posts, you can possibly answer them all.
Yeah.
So in that situation, you'll just have an umbrella message that will sort of address everybody and thank everybody.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I personally think that, how much time is it going to take you to go, thanks so much, and put an emoji or something?
You've got 300 responses and you can't sit there responding to every single tiny little comment, even if you want to, you couldn't.
I would personally do that because that's what I tell people to do. So I would do that. A blanket message saying, thanks so much, everybody, for your comments. Yeah, I can't personally get back to you all right. Maybe something like, I can't personally get back to you all right now, but I will get back to you, shortly or whatever. I just think if individuals take the time, you just got to write back to them personally. But that's just my opinion.
Hashtags.
Where am I talking?
Hashtags.
Oh, hi.
Are they, hi.
Yeah.
Hashtags, are they as popular on Facebook as what they are on Twitter at this present time?
Yeah, I believe they are. I've had a lot of people discover me through hashtags. And on Instagram.
On Facebook?
On Facebook, I don't use as many because I have read that more on Facebook kind of decreases your engagement and reach. But it's one of those things on
Twitter, Instagram, hashtags.
Twitter and Instagram, I use hashtags. I still use hashtags on LinkedIn as well.
And also, is Facebook really growing at this time, or is it declining?
No, Facebook is still growing. There are still people actively joining up to new accounts and things like that because of the new kind of creator studio and everything that's linked to Facebook. Okay,
and sorry, I missed your point about these squeeze balls. Is social media that stressful that you need squeeze balls?
It can be. I'm not going to lie to you, it 100% can be. Otherwise, I still wouldn't be in business. So number one, it was because I believe I'm being relational, which is why you have a stress ball. Number two, it's because I do think that it can be stressful. If you don't have certain things in place, it 100% can be stressful. Like I run my business on this. I have people contacting me at all sorts of times with emails or social media things. And that's why I gave you some of those tips and tools, because once you have those things in place, like on Instagram, you can set up quick replies so that you can just press a button and a quick reply goes. That's still engaging, but it's going to save you time. Instead of having to write the same thing over and over again. I do believe it can be stressful if you don't have times throughout the day that you're going to do it. because you'll find yourself on your phone the whole day. And I don't think that that's what anybody wants. And we want to speak to you. We don't want to just have you like getting scoliosis from looking at the bottom, your phone. So I think it can be stressful if you don't do it properly. Yeah, I've just got to be honest with you. I think it can.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
here. I have a question. I love that you're being so personal and so engaging. My challenge has been I've gone from a single solopreneur to having someone else working with me. How do you advise small businesses who have more than one person to do that personal sharing? And when you're making comments, do you recommend using I or we, or how do you approach that so it still feels like it's a personal experience?
Yeah, totally.
Because the photo's not always just of you.
Of course.
So then how do they know it's you? Like, do you say, hey, it's Sarah here?
Yeah,
Or
no,
like-
totally. Great question. So a few things. I would start to introduce your colleagues through like stories. So get people knowing that, hey, so I would go on to Instagram or Facebook and go, hey, what was your name, sorry? Hey, it's Sarah here. Really exciting news. I brought someone in the business. So let people in on that journey with you. Let people know that you've brought somebody in. And then you can maybe put the odd photo up of them on the feed and go, hey, this is, my new employee. And then let them do an Instagram takeover. Let them control the account for a few days. And
She's like super shy, so it's only ever still going to be you, but now it's we.
I think that you could probably just don't maybe get her to take a photo, get her to give you a photo, for instance. You don't have to say, hey, can you do the floss while I record it on Instagram? You don't need to do that. I would just say, take a photo off her Facebook and just say to her, I really want to get you involved in this business. I want you to be a part of it. Jump on board with me. And in terms of whether you say I or we, I still say I because I'm the person doing that account. I do have an employee, so to speak, like a virtual assistant. I don't know that I would say we because it's still my business and I'm still the one that's having that face-to-face contact with somebody. I think it also depends on the role that that person's having in your business. So like if they are going to be super active and they're going to be super client-facing and they're going to be dealing a lot with the community, so to speak, sure, say we. And then to start with, you might say we in brackets like me and such, so that they start to get that, oh, there's somebody else in the account that's being active. Yeah. I hope I answered it. Cool.
Okay, I guess that's all we have time for.
Oh.
Please
Sorry.
do you have one more question?
Thank you. Thanks for that. It's a great talk.
No worries.
Given the Facebook group sensitivity when it's not your group and how important it is to build a following through sharing content and stuff like that, obviously don't want to rely completely on other people to be like, hey, this person's great for this.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have any suggestions of like good ways to get around the rules of like, because sharing content's some people consider it self-promotion.
Yeah.
Any ideas around how to sort of do that subtly?
Yeah, so when I'm on Facebook, or particularly Facebook groups, there's a really key one called so it's the summary is like-minded bitches drinking wine, right? So that's just one of the groups. I don't actively necessarily go on there and post content because you're right, that fits under self-promotion. It's when people say, for instance, does anyone know of an app that can do this? Right? So I will then comment with my suggestion of an app. So that's me sharing my value because I'm contributing to that group. And then if someone goes, oh, I'm having so many issues with Instagram, how do I mute comments? That's when I would go on and give my insight. So that's me, again, giving value and sharing content. I don't go on there and go, hey, Bree's offering this, blah, 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 blah. I just give value through my comments and try to help other people on those groups so that then people kind of see your name and associate you with that business and go, hey, they know what they're talking about. They're industry leader. You can know, like, and trust them, things like that. Yeah, hope I answered that.
Cool. Thank you. Please thank Briana.
Thank you.